Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Choudhry. We come to you practically in the middle of Prayagraj and Amethi, a massive traffic jam that we've been stuck in for the last 2 hours at least. All roads from here clearly leading to Amethi, but we still don't know whether Rahul Gandhi's road is leading to Amethi or not, because it's less than 48 hours now that the last day of nomination for the 5th phase is on. The seats of Raebareli and Amethi go to vote in the 5th phase. And it's by the 3rd of May that whoever now is contesting from the seat of Raebareli and Amethi will need to file their nomination. Word just coming in, Rahul Gandhi's plans for tomorrow and even Priyanka Gandhi's itinerary for tomorrow is out, and both of them are engaged elsewhere. So tomorrow, none of them are coming to Amethi or Raebareli. Does that mean both of them are not contesting the seat? What's also interesting is that the Congress president's itinerary has come for tomorrow, and that is, there are no engagements for Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. But having said that, all eyes on Rahul Gandhi, all eyes on Priyanka Gandhi. Will the Gandhis fight from Uttar Pradesh, or this time will the Gandhis back out when it comes down to what has been their legacy seats, the seats of Raebareli, which Sonia Gandhi vacated when she filed for a Rajya Sabha nomination, or the seat of Amethi, which Rahul Gandhi ran from 2014, where he defeated Smriti Irani, and then Smriti Irani proved to be the giant killer in 2019, defeating Rahul Gandhi. Is Rahul Gandhi coming back to Amethi? Well, if you speak to the Congress cadre there, they would be devastated if he decided not to contest. Will he? Won't he? Not much time, less than 48 hours.
There is still a confusion between Raebareli and Amethi. What is your comment? Ma'am, you are hesitant to contest the election. Ma'am, you are hesitant to contest the election. Ma'am, please.
The CEC has empowered the Congress president to finalize the Congress candidates for Amethi and Raebareli. My expectation is that in the next 24 to 30 hours, Congress President will finalize, and a decision that has been taken by him will be announced formally. Till that is done, all information, all tickers, all so-called office orders are all fake.
And I have with me my colleague Maushmi, who's back again. We had Maushmi yesterday as well. Maushmi, what's up? Any much way closer to guessing whether Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, we've been talking to the cadre in Phulpur and Prayagraj. They're even throwing in the name of Mallikarjun Kharge. Any word, any which way closer? When will we hear, Maushmi?
Preeti, one thing I can say firstly is that you're headed in the right direction as far as a journalist is concerned, because the deadline for Amethi and Raebareli is very close. So after hovering and crisscrossing every state and town, now you're heading to the right direction, because, you know, the word will be out tomorrow, as we are told, and 3rd May is what is being readied as the date to file the nominations. It's not the first time that Rahul Gandhi perhaps has filed his nominations on the last day or just the second last day. But that said, you know, it's really not clear. The word is not out yet. Lot of discussions to happen today. You can say Qayamat ki Sham also, because perhaps the Congress president would be talking to Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and all the other top leaders to in fact find an answer to all those questions that the media has been raking up. But Jairam Ramesh there in fact doesn't look flustered. He says koi deri nahi hui hai, and instead questioned who's the candidate of the BJP from Raebareli. They haven't declared it yet as well. So we are not chasing any deadline and timeline set by media, is what Jairam says, and we will follow our own timeline. So perhaps, but I'm told that the parliamentary representative of Sonia Gandhi, KL Sharma, has been sent to Amethi. He'll be visiting Raebareli. He is telling the block level, booth level workers to ready up and be ready for the 3rd of May.
Right? But ready up for KL Sharma himself, because the word comes in that if the Gandhis don't, actually step in, it could very well be KL Sharma himself who'd be fighting the elections from one of the seats, Maushmi. Second question. Maushmi, we've been speaking to the cadre here, and you've been tracking it as well. There's a sense of devastation, that will set in if the Gandhis decide not to contest from Amethi or Raebareli, where their itinerary, their program for tomorrow is concerned. Both Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi are engaged. Interesting to note that Mallikarjun Kharge is not campaigning tomorrow.
I'm not speaking out of turn, and your question is complete. I'll ask them to patch me back again, but I'll answer that question. I'd asked KL Sharma whether he could also, if in case Priyanka or Rahul won't come to Raebareli, could he contest? And KL Sharma totally, said that I'm just an organizer. My job is to do the grassroots level management. I'm not a politician at all, and in no way in my wildest of imaginations I could think of contesting. So in fact, KL Sharma, sometime round, there was Supriya Srinath's name, there was Mona Mishra's name. Yes, there is a sense of devastation in the Congress workers. They are demoralized just by the thought of it that it won't be the Gandhis who would be contesting. Remember, they've seen 5 years of BJP rule in Amethi, and they've been standing their ground. Many of them have switched sides. So those who are standing their ground, Preeti, and I've got your audio back, those who are standing their ground are valued. They hope that they are valued by the party and that the party would listen to them.
Right. Maushmi, stay on with us during this conversation. We are joined right now by Ashutosh and Raghav Avasthi as well. And Ashutosh, I want to bring you in on this conversation. One would suggest that the Congress, anyone today, be it the cadre of the Congress, be it those who want to vote for the Congress, would be a little disappointed and disillusioned, because you've less than, 48 hours to go. If you really wanted to contest where Amethi or Raebareli was concerned, you should have been boots on ground, working, trying to win the confidence of the people, and the being undecided, not giving the name. Many would say it could be strategy, but most would say that is just utter confusion.
Preeti, that's what the Congress is all about. The Congress is not undecided, but the Congress has to think deep. Because leaving Amethi will send a different signal altogether, and contesting election and again losing election in Amethi will also be disastrous for the Congress party. In my opinion, I think the Congress party and the Rahul Gandhi should take a plunge and without thinking that whether he's going to win or lose elections. Because if the Congress has to emerge at the center and the Congress has to win back UP, then the Rahul Gandhi and the Priyanka Gandhi have no other option than to contest from UP and pull the morale of the party cadre. I can understand and I can imagine that they are taking too much time, and but I think another 48 hours or 24 hours, the Congress has no other option than to decide. The great point is that maybe Rahul Gandhi might not contest, but maybe somebody senior enough can contest.
Well, that's what at least the grapevine here could be. And if you just look at signals, Mallikarjun Kharge, the party president's programs for tomorrow, there's nothing planned. Rahul Gandhi is continuing his campaigning in Shimoga. So is Priyanka Gandhi. But Raghav Avasthi, to not have the Gandhis contest from Uttar Pradesh, no matter how the BJP might want to read it, would be a huge boost for the Bharatiya Janata Party, because then the BJP can clearly go to town and say, scared, leaving your own legacy seats.
I think this is probably the first time I agree with what Ashutosh ji said wholeheartedly. Because he said something very important, which is that if they don't contest, it will send a very wrong signal. And we must remember that the Gandhis were the preeminent political family in the Congress, because they were the preeminent political family in Uttar Pradesh, which is India's biggest state. And if you cede all ground in Uttar Pradesh to the Samajwadi Party or some other regional satraps, then the signal that it sends to the cadre is that they are not serious about challenging the BJP at the national level. And if they cannot challenge the BJP at the national level, they cannot even win 150 seats. They cannot be the strong fulcrum around which leave alone the government or any coalition which ends up in government, they can't even be the fulcrum around which the opposition revolves. So I think it is very important, and I would also like to express my support for one more point that
Right.
Ashutosh ji made, which is that there is no shame in losing. There is no shame in fighting and losing. But the shame is when you just back out of the fight. So in all spheres of life, right? When even if it is something as banal as applying for a promotion, you go to your boss and then you try to persuade your boss, and maybe you succeed, maybe you don't, but you miss all the shots that you don't take. It's as simple as that. So I
Right.
think not contesting will send the wrong signal. Let me complete my point.
You
My
know,
sense is that
right.
they are not going to contest. That's my sense as a student of politics, because they want to build
That's
this
a,
invincible
that's the
image.
sense with a lot of fear. That's okay. I want to bring in Moshmi. My colleague wants to make a quick point in. You know, Moshmi, the sad part, if you look at it, where the cadre is concerned, you're asking the cadre to fight as if their life depends on it, and this is the last election. But you don't think the election is worth fighting. And that's the signal that you're going to send to your cadre where Uttar Pradesh is concerned. But coming to the logistical part of it, Moshmi, you have a Rahul Gandhi who has his full schedule planned out for tomorrow, both Priyanka and Rahul's. It's Mr. Kharge's itinerary which finds itself empty.
That's right, Preeti. I heard you say that, and so I wanted to bring in that point that, Mr. Kharge, in fact, told India today that he was not in any mood to contest in Amethi. He had outrightly denied that and said that it will be some local. So that the use of that word local was interesting, because usually the Congress leaders have been very clear about Priyanka and Rahul Gandhi contesting from Raebareli and Amethi, considering that the CEC had given him that resolution and put the ball in his court. For him to say that it not name Priyanka and Rahul and say it will be somebody local, that meant that there was a problem there. There was some reluctance or resistance, or there were issues that needed to be ironed out. And I had spoken to close aides of Mr. Kharge, who said that throughout the day the leaders will be campaigning. So anything that will move forward will be, anything that will happen on this one will be by the evening. Also, the names that are doing the rounds. We must remember that if it has to be an MP or an MLA for that matter, like Mona Mishra, she needs to take clearance to contest the Lok Sabha polls. So her name couldn't be possible if she's not been told in advance. And last we spoke to her, she said in no way she could contest Raebareli or Amethi. Perhaps some leaders were asked also, and they've already said no, because the disappointment of Congress workers, they won't be able to face it. There's been protests in Amethi. Lots of Congress workers have been calling me from Raebareli also and saying it can't be anybody else than the Gandhis. The people will sit at home, the Congress workers will be demoralized, and we won't fight the elections. So that's the mood in Raebareli and Amethi. And what is the message that the Congress leadership really wants to give to the India bloc, to all the other party cadre?
Right. True, and there's, Moshmi, there's added pressure from the alliance as well. And I want to bring in for a quick word Ashutosh and Raghav Awasthi back into this conversation, because Ashutosh, you have an Akhilesh Yadav who's taken the plunge, who's fighting Kannauj. There is pressure from the alliance that the Gandhis come good where Amethi and Raebareli is concerned, because then, it's going to be advantage alliance where UP comes into question. And it is Rahul Gandhi who's constantly made that point that there is unrest where the rural belt of Uttar Pradesh is concerned. And lastly, Ashutosh, you fight the election not so much for the vote but for your cadre as well, to make sure that this fight is worth fighting for.
Preeti, it's a difficult question, but I have a simple answer. For the simple reason, because Congress, if you look at UP, is almost a non-existent party. It's a non-existent party. In the last assembly election, they just got only 2% vote share. And despite Priyanka Gandhi working at least more than a year and was running from one pillar to another pillar, but they still could not. So there is there's something fundamentally wrong with the Congress in UP and also in Bihar.
Optics matter, perception matters. Raghav Avasthi, it's going to be big on optics for the BJP if the Gandhis don't take the plunge.
I think it is going to be huge, and I think the Congress can do worse to take a leaf out of the BJP's playbook. Even when the BJP was losing election after assembly election in Uttar Pradesh, it kept fighting. It didn't cede ground to any regional formation. Even if it was not accepted, let's say in 2007 and 2012, it came back in 2017. But the moment you do something whereby you cede your ideological vote bank and your vote base to some other regional formation like the Samajwadi Party, then it sends the signal to your cadres that you're weak. And when your cadres and supporters think that you're weak, then they start deserting you. And this is exactly the reason why today it is very difficult to find a Congress worker in Uttar Pradesh who's below 70 years of age. And maybe Ashutosh ji will agree with me on this. And I think this is a rare occasion when I agree with Ashutosh ji with respect to everything that he said.
Okay. You know, I need to close the bulletin, but, you know, Raghav Avasthi, I'm coming in from Allahabad and Phulpur, and I met actually quite a few youngsters and the youth who are supporting the Congress right now. But having said that, it comes with a caveat. Because all of them who spoke with us constantly have only one question to ask us. Because we are the press. Rahul Gandhi ladenge, Priyanka Gandhi ladengi. Because somewhere down the line, you have to convince them that they need to have the stomach for a fight if you have the stomach for a fight. And you can see it in the cadre here. Thank you all for watching. You know, it's going to continue in terms of the narrative. We are on our way to Amethi. And we'll know soon whether the Gandhis take the plunge and what could it actually mean for the Lok Sabha elections 2024. Share optics-wise right now.